then there is some problem which happens, and then the problem gets okay, and then they're happy. That's all Hindi movies are about. And I'm like, okay then.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Parenthood. I am Neha, and as always, I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this hour with me. This podcast has become a space where parents breathe out, where the armor comes off a little, and where we talk honestly about the messy, complicated, beautiful shape that parenting gives our lives, whether or not things look like the stories we grew up hearing. Today's conversation feels especially close to that. My guest is Gargi Bhatt, a marketing leader, a mother to two loves, her 7.5-year-old daughter Misha and her 10.5-year-old Shih Tzu, Mayo, who is very much a child in his own right. Gargi describes her parenting journey as a roller coaster, joyful, guilt ridden, emotional, and strengthening. And what I love most is how clearly she is able to articulate her own evolution through motherhood, the way she is softened, the way she is toughened, the part she's had to leave behind, and the part she is still learning to grow into. She is also in a relationship today that she describes as honest, peaceful, deeply loving, one that brings steadiness to her life and reflects who she is becoming. And she brings all of that, every chapter, every truth, into her parenting. Gargi, welcome to Parenthood. I'm so glad we are finally doing this.
I'm so glad myself. So excited, and it's been one of the things which is, we've been talking about this for a very long time, and like, you have a coming of age. I think as a parent, parenthood is like a coming of age when you're
Oh,
finally ready to kind of go and talk about it in all honesty. It marks a new beginning for me in a certain way. So I'm so excited. And thank you so much for calling me.
oh God, thank you, thank you. Let's begin with you. If you were to describe yourself in three words that feel the most you right now, what would they be?
Um, it would be joyous, maybe paradoxical in a certain way, and hopeful.
Wow, wow. And bring us into your home a little. Tell us about Mayo and Misha, who they are, their personalities, and the ways in which they anchor your days.
Oh, they are the absolute delight of my life. They are the light and the soul of the house. So Mayo is 10.5, and she has now, she's touch wood, she's cute, healthy, and she still plays, but she's also become this wise old grandmom personality. So most of the time, she just wants to eat her meals in peace and then play around a little, and then rest. So she loves her rest. And I think she's the one who inspires me to, just take life a little more chill. So so and she's an absolute darling. Every day when she's at home and I walk in, and she jumps up, and she still wants to come in my lap and cuddle. Oh my god, it's so joyful. It's so beautiful that somebody trusts you so much.
Yeah.
And you look into, so I've always told my mom that once you look into a dog's eyes, you're
Hmm.
just gone. You're a
Yeah.
goner. You can never go back from there. So she has really expressive eyes. She's very talkative. She's very demanding. So yeah, she has a very she's a person in her own right. I think she doesn't know
Right.
she's a dog.
Yeah.
So she just feels she's just one of us. So she is that way. Misha, on the other hand, is like, uh, she's a Piscean, so she's born on 14th March. She's the person who has helped me grow the most. Okay, and if there was something which makes my heart beat and which makes me get up every day just to become a better person, it is her.
Hmm.
She is everything in a certain way to me. She's my inspiration, she's my love. She's, like I said, the light and the soul of my world. So
Wow.
yeah, So everything centers around her. She's she's become a person. She's 7.5 years old, but she has her own opinions. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she knows how to stand up to stuff. She stands up to me a lot. So so she's that, and she's very perceptive emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I think she understands that very well. Sometimes I have to remind myself that though she is like this, she's still a child,
Yeah.
because she will ask me questions which are like, which blow my mind sometimes, and I'm like, oh, okay then. So so that is, yeah, she's she's growing at a pace which is very difficult for me to kind of figure.
Yeah.
She's now at the cusp of, just getting into that. She's moved out of that toddlerhood. She's moved out of that young, very young child, and she's just suddenly
Yeah.
going into that 8 to 10 brackets. So
Yeah.
every month I can see like a huge leap in her thought process.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful journey. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And tell me.
she has chutzpah.
I like that. I like that. And tell me about your
Yeah,
partner, the
yeah, she's very
honesty.
sassy.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, what does that support of
Uh,
having a partner feel like in your day-to-day life as a parent?
it's great actually. So we have a very complicated arrangement, like but what he has done is, he's made me more myself. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
put it that way. I was running away, or I was not running away, but I was very far from what I am as a person,
Yeah.
in my earlier relationship. So that feels very different. And when you are aligned with your own self, no matter how messy it is, okay, no matter uh, how many parts of yourself, your own self, you're still learning to like, but just the fact that you can just be yourself without any walls, without any filters, with someone, and they still have your back, that's a
Yeah.
huge relief to have.
Yeah.
That's a very big relief, and that has taken off so much my mind, so much of my mind, so much of my shoulders,
Yeah.
that has also made me become a better parent, because
Mm.
I can at least have the space to breathe, and to I have the space to do things the way I want to do. So yeah, that has helped. And of course, love is a beautiful feeling, yeah, right? You feel home with a
Yeah.
person. It's just a beautiful feeling. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really grateful and thankful that this has come about.
Yeah. 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 And let's go back to the beginning of your motherhood journey, Gargi. How did it begin for you emotionally, mentally, and practically? What stands out from those early days?
So I took time to, decide to become a mother.
Hmm.
I was married for around 6 years till we finally, uh, 5 years before we decided to actually have a child, for various reasons. A few of them being career oriented, few of them being relationship oriented. But but the point was, I realized at that point of time that yes, I do want to become a mother.
Yeah.
So there was no doubt in my head whether I want to become a parent. So like I was not on the I was not confused about it. But my pregnancy was tough, in because of a lot of stuff. Also because maybe I was slightly older, not that much, but I'm also a person. Who is generally very optimism is not my strength, let me just
Hmm.
put it that way. So I will my go to way is to think about stuff which can go wrong and
Go
then
wrong.
prepare for it, so nothing
Hmm.
surprises you in the worst possible manner. So बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो मेरे लास्ट में आता है, कभी यूजुअली आता ही नहीं है. मैं पहले वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो इमेजिन करती हूँ, उसके लिए प्रिपेयर करती हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है हाँ बाकी सब तो ठीक ही हुआ था.
Hmm.
So so that probably didn't help much during pregnancy, because it's a very unknown territory, right? You don't know, your body is changing every day. And I had had a miscarriage just before that, so kept playing on my mind. So that way it was a little complex. But yeah, when Misha came, she came out strong. She was born a little underweight, so that was also something which played on my mind. So the initial 2 3 months, I was very worried. Ki, matlab, I am supposed to keep this thing like alive.
Alive.
That
Yeah.
was my first thing. That this is my, and no matter how much they tell you, it takes time for you to look at your own child and realize that okay, now it is out of me. It's a different person, and it has its needs. Also, they come out very scrawny. Okay, they don't
Yeah.
come out like how they show in those baby photographs and all.
Yeah.
Most of them come out like scrawny little babies, and you are like, excuse me, this is what this is it like really. And but then I think over a like month and all, once you realize how dependent they are on you, and how much you love, there is I don't know, there is a trigger point which must be happening for different people at a different there is a tipping point, and then that floodgates open, and then
Hmm.
you are like, oh man, I have never experienced love like this before.
Yeah.
you know uh, it is easy to say in romantic love that I will die for you and all, but trust like, but the obviousness of that when it comes to your child, that I will do anything in this world for you,
Yeah.
it is just so matter of fact.
Yeah.
That has never happened to, I don't think so it happens to any woman before that. Maybe it does, it didn't happen for me that way.
Yeah.
Like, always felt that yeah, I have loved passionately always, so, but then that thing which happened, when it happened with Mayo also, it was slightly different, but it had happened with Mayo.
Yeah.
But with Misha, it was like, because Mayo grew up fast.
Yeah.
When we got her, she was 45 days old. But within a month, she was independent, right? She doesn't
Yeah.
need you to,
Yeah.
except you give her food 2 times. She's roaming around doing her own thing. With Misha, she was with me, right, for the
Yeah.
6 months. Oh God, that amount of, I don't think so. I think I could stare at her for like hours
Yeah.
if and I and the mixture of exhaustion and sometimes frustration, and sometimes am I going to just be doing this all my
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
uh, at the same time feeling, oh my God, I can't leave her for like 30 seconds to go to the washroom. It's
Yeah.
just so contradictory, and I think all of us live through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has always been like that with her, that there is if there was anything which stands between her and something, I would go all my way to do
Hmm.
something about it. So for me, I think that was the tipping point, and I realized I'm never probably going to love anybody in this world as much as I love her. It is
Hmm.
just not possible. Like, there will be people I love, and I love them dearly, but the way the mother loves a child, her own child, I don't think so there is any other thing which compares to it.
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a different type of love,
Yeah.
where so when they say that mothers are selfless and all, it is difficult to be selfish with your child. I think that is the more difficult part. It's very
Hmm.
easy to say कि हाँ यार, it comes, that's the first thing which comes to your mind कि उसको चाहिए तो हाँ ठीक है. But
Hmm.
that is where the difficult part is, that you have to still hold back and say no, there is
Hmm.
also a person called you, and
Hmm.
she's also a separate person. I think
Hmm.
that is what I have learned over the last few years, that
Hmm.
me being so tremendously deeply in love with her is a good thing only till a certain extent, because I
Hmm.
need to give her space to grow.
Right. Right.
I can't be like and that is my biggest one. That is what I've learned in these past 7.5 years, कि मतलब मैं इसको ऐसे पकड़ के रखूंगी, जकड़ के रखूंगी तो नहीं चलेगा.
Hmm.
She has to have her space, she has to have her own personality, she has to have her own choices.
Right.
That's what I need to do as a mother, and that's the most difficult part.
Yeah.
Because as a mother, if it's just as simple as if she's in the playground, okay, and if she's playing, my uh, intuitively my stuff would be like, वहां मत जाओ, गिर जाओगी, या वहां संभाल के जाना, वो हो जाएगा. And I have to tell myself कि I have to stop doing this. I
Yeah.
have to let her go, probably fall, and then learn for herself.
Yeah.
Otherwise she's not going to be able to judge for herself what is
Yeah.
comfortable to her,
Yeah.
how much she wants to explore. बट वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, लाइक एंड एवरी टाइम आई से दिस, आई हैव टू स्टॉप एंड आई एम लाइक, नहीं अब आगे मत बोल, अभी इसको खेलने दे टाइप्स.
Yeah.
So yeah, that way.
Yeah. And you've called your parenting journey a roller coaster. Can you tell me about some of the twists, the moment that surprised you, challenged you, and reshaped you?
um so one of the biggest challenges has been the entire separation bit, right? Uh, in between I also had, 2020 my dad got diagnosed with cancer.
Hmm.
So and 2020 was a COVID year, so
Yes.
his treatment was ongoing in 2020. And so it was just me, my mom and my dad. Okay, and Misha was there. My then partner was there, but it was okay, madam. He used to help me with Misha. Let me just put it that way. So उस टाइम पे, I was a young mother who had like
Yeah.
a 2.5-year-old. I had office, and I had my dad who was diagnosed with a later stage cancer. So we knew that it's like not a good news. So, and for me to just juggle between these roles of being a professional, being a daughter, and being a mother, um, that was very difficult. That was quite a difficult phase. I don't know how I pulled it through, honestly. But there were times when, that was the first time I left her, because I had to take my dad. My dad shifted to Rajkot for his, treatment ka thoda sa part and all. So I had to go and stay there for like
Hmm.
7-8 days. That was the first time I left Misha for a huge week. You know,
Yeah.
it was very difficult. I kept thinking how I'm, how is she going to manage? And I realized that it's not about her, it's about me. you know
Yeah.
Kids do manage, and I don't know whether that hurts more, that they are
Yeah.
able to manage without
Yeah. Yeah.
you. I mean, like, यार ये तो मतलब रह ली, मतलब मैं नहीं रह पा रही हूँ यहाँ पे, मतलब मुझे हफ्ता भर में मेरी ऐसे दिमाग ये हो गया. बट एट द सेम टाइम आई वाज आल्सो देयर फॉर माय डैड. आई वाज the daughter. So so it was crazy. That 6 months was quite crazy in terms of all of that. Then work started. Till then I was working from home.
Yeah.
So the 2021, I think all offices opened and we had to start going. We shifted houses. Then my dad had passed away by then, so my mom started staying with us for like three months, and we stand his parents started staying with us. All of that happened. So us time pe also, it has so what has happened is my parenting has mirrored my life journey. So that has
Right.
been roller coaster for the past 5-6 years, where I have and that has impacted my parenting also. So the one of the first reasons I realized that there is something majorly wrong is because I took grief counseling. And I
Hmm.
took grief counseling because I realized that I was getting agitated with her.
Right.
I had never gotten agitated with her. And once or twice it happened, and I was like, no, there is something wrong.
Hmm.
I have to do something about it. This is not how I ever feel about her. And that's when I decided that probably it is because, and I somewhere knew that, it's difficult for me to process grief. Being the only daughter, and being the strong daughter, um, it was very, I didn't have the time to process any of
Yeah.
the things which happened.
Yeah.
I had like 1 or 2 days before the diagnosis hit, that shit hit the roof. And then it was just about
Managing it. Yes.
constantly either managing the treatment, yeah, this, that, just went on, and then he was just not there. In
Hmm.
6 months, he was not there. And he was quite the anchor of, uh, you know, my this life. So that way, I didn't have that time, and then I
Yeah.
decided to do this, and that's when I realized that, so in a way she has been instrumental in showing me a mirror to
Hmm.
myself.
Hmm.
uh, so you know that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And
so and because like I said, because it has been like up and down, वो भी मेरा वैसे ही हुआ है. So one of the key things, then I went for counseling. We went for relationship counseling because we wanted to make sure that we give it the best shot. Even there, my only aim was that her parenting should not get impacted. Nothing
right.
should come in between us types. So so it was so yeah, but she has also given me a lot of strength. So in my on my worst days, she has been the reason I would have gotten up and
Hmm.
put my feet on ground and then went about my day, because she looks up at me with those eyes and she'll be like, Mama, and I'm like, okay, fine, like there is no option, just get up.
Yeah.
And on my best days, she has she when she comes and when she started articulating a
Yeah.
little, and she says things like, Mama, I love you, and
Wow.
Mama, I really some it took me time. So there was a phase when she just started learning her words, and kids don't when they learn words, they don't understand, they don't you see the context as much, right? They've just
Yeah.
learned the words. So strong words, they don't understand, they don't mean it that way. And as a parent, you take time to realize. So when children learn, it's like, I hate you.
Hmm.
Okay, they don't really mean that they hate you. When
Yeah.
especially when they are like 4 or 5, they don't
Yeah.
mean that. Maybe when they are 18 they do, or
Yeah.
they are just frustrated. But at 4 or 5, they don't. But as a parent, it hits you really bad the first time,
Yeah.
because you are a grown up. So,
Yeah.
it takes time for you to understand that they are using grown up words, but in a child manner.
Yeah.
So the first time she said, I hate you, or Mama, I don't like you, or something like that, because, it was basically something silly as मैंने बोला होगा, ये मत कर या ऐसे. I started crying because there was a lot of built
Wow.
up overall in the stuff. I broke down, and
Hmm.
you should have seen her face, and then I looked at her face and I was like, no, 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 this is not what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
uh, so and she became suddenly ऐसा
Yeah.
एकदम सहम गई. So then I was like, नहीं नहीं, ये तो नहीं करना है. So it took me time to realize that she doesn't mean it that way. She's just
Yeah.
trying to express in whatever words she can string together that she's not unhappy with what just happened, or
Yeah.
she wants something else. Her need at that point of time is different. So
Yeah.
it took time, but yeah, so that's why it's like a roller coaster. So, and at the
Yeah.
same time, she has like really now at 7.5, she's very articulate. Touch wood. Um, she's very perceptive also. Uh, uh, but even then, there are certain things which take time. Uh, so she still hasn't seen me. She's seen me angry,
Hmm.
but she's not seen me crying as much,
Hmm.
for various reasons. So, something had happened that day, and I randomly teared up or something like that, and she was very disturbed. She was very disturbed, and she almost said it to me that but mamas don't cry. And
Oh.
I was like, and I had to stop, and I had to make a mental note that no, I don't want to become like that. So I told her, no, Misha, mamas do cry,
Yeah.
and mamas do feel sad. And we probably don't cry. I don't cry so much in front of you, but I do feel sad sometimes. And, I do cry sometimes because it's okay. And I said, it's okay. So then that entire conversation followed, but it was in her head. She actually
Yeah.
felt like my mama doesn't cry so much, and
Yeah.
mamas don't fall sick,
Yeah.
because, and those are the things which I think our generations will probably
Yeah.
be a little more open about, like taking downtime when you are sick.
Yeah.
So when she was very young, when I fell sick once, it was such a beautiful thing. I was very unwell. I had viral, so I had to take a day or two off and not go to office, which was a very big deal for her because
Right.
उसका school का भी छोटा था. मतलब she hardly used to go for 2 hours to school. She was back, and she couldn't wrap her head around the entire thing that mama's at home and she is, confined to a room or a bed and she's not well. So first day, so she couldn't understand it only. She was like, Mama, what is happening? And mamas don't fall sick, mamas don't have fever, mamas don't have anything. Mama come play, mama come play, mama come play. Then she understood that mama is real, not well, and all of that. And I used to keep telling her, Misha, don't come too much near me. You will also catch this and all. Then the second day, she did something beautiful. She got all her soft toys out, like a
Oh,
huge number of them, and she put it all around me on the bed and on the in the entire route from our living room to the bedroom. And then she came and told me, Mama, all my friends are here to help you become, well. And I was like, oh, finally she registered it. I was like, thank you, Misha. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to be very fine very soon.
yeah,
But it takes it's and it's just so beautiful, all
yeah,
these little things which you learn. You look at the world in a new way through your child's eyes,
yeah,
and you get a chance um, to I don't want to say to live through them. That's the wrong way to put it, but you definitely get a chance to be a more wholesome person
hmm,
uh, through them,
yeah,
because uh, all the things which you wanted, which you knew, that you had that, like for example, if I know I am slightly short tempered, okay, or I have become over the years. I was but she's taught me patience
hmm,
in a way
hmm,
that nobody else in the world could have.
yeah,
And now it started off as being patient as a mother.
hmm,
Now it flows down to being patient as a person.
yeah.
You know, so a lot of it flows outwards. So I think motherhood is a lot more of also about what your child brings. Oh my God! And they bring the world to you. हम तो करते ही है खैर, that's fine, but there is just this one whole thing which opens up when they start talking to you, and when they start expressing to you.
Now, I want to talk to you about the people, seen and unseen, who hold you up as a mother, who are part of your village, who step in, strengthen you, and what have you learned about asking for help?
Oh, yeah, but I would not have been able to survive the past 3.5 years if it was not for my friends.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't have siblings. Okay, so and I'm a single child, and it was just me, my mother, and my daughters, so to say, and of course my partner. But my partner always had to be this invisible. He still has to be this invisible presence, which becomes very difficult for him also because he can't actively participate in helping me in a certain way. He can just hold me together when I
Right.
am a mess. But uh, but no, my friends, and God has blessed me with such wonderful friends. I cannot be thankful enough. um, Even when my dad was suffering from cancer, and I was doing this entire treatment with Shipra.
Yeah.
Shipra, Priyanka, all of them, um, they were my friend Mansi, all of them, Alpa. There are so many. But my point is, Shipra used to message me, and I'm not kidding this. She used to message me every single day, Neha.
Hmm.
Every single day, she has messaged me saying, "How are you?"
Hmm.
Nothing else. Are you okay? How are you? Do you want to talk? Are you okay? How are you? Do you want to talk? You know, Tinku used to call me and say, "तुझे बात करनी है क्या?" Rutu used to message me. So, during that, and I can't tell you. Just how much it means when somebody cares, or
Yeah.
that somebody is caring. And this was COVID times, okay? So all of them were also helpless in a way that even when they were in Bombay, like my Bombay friends, like my Prerna, and all of them, they, even if they wanted to, it was COVID, there was hundreds
Yeah.
of restrictions. So I used to be like, don't come. And they had aging parents and all of that, so they couldn't do anything. But they want but just the fact that they were there,
Yeah.
It made so much of a difference. I would not have been able to. Once that got over, when this entire separation thing and all of that started long time back, um, you know, it has taken me, it has taken I had for me to build the confidence to take that step. It has been a lot of people. My mom, okay, she lost her partner of years, like 30, 40, how many ever years. uh, you seem to be frozen.
You are here.
Okay. So so I was saying she lost her partner, but when she realized that this is what probably I need,
Yeah.
she stepped up. And how, she said that no, it's okay, we'll manage it, we will do this. um, I could confide in her. Of course,
Yeah.
there are times when we are mom and daughter and we fight like cats and dogs, or moms and daughters do. But oh my God, she was so strong. I am so proud of her.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, I couldn't have done it if at that point of time she would have said, "Rene de, try kar."
Hmm.
Like hundreds of mothers who would have told,
Yeah.
it would have been very difficult for me. But she chose not to,
Yeah.
and it was a big thing. And all my friends who knew me for years, and whose reaction to this were, oh good, finally, like, or okay, fine, I'm so happy. None of them went around with that, ऐसा
Yeah.
कंगना वाला, हे भगवान क्या हो गया, कैसा हो गया, ऐसा सब किसी ने नहीं किया. All of them were like, हाँ bro, you got it, it's okay, it's fine, you're the first person, you'll be able to do it, we're there with you. uh, you know um, I, I have I just want to call out a couple of friends who have
Yes.
been so my friend Zoya, she herself went through illness in between, and she's now recovered completely. um, but she is somebody who I look up to for strength,
Hmm.
because and she is somebody who, I just don't know. Like it's just there is something, right? She stays in Bangalore. She's not. I don't meet her every day. I just text sometimes. We just get on a call sometimes. We meet whenever possible, but it's few and far in between. But there is just so much of this certainty that she's there for me,
Yeah.
and I'm there for her.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of certainty, na, is just so helpful.
Yeah.
uh, my friend Meera, okay, she's my ex-colleague. She has a young son. She's an adoptive parent. And oh my God, she's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. So in fact, my partner keeps joking that if at all, my partner and her husband keep joking about this, that if it was not that both of us are women, we would have probably be together by now. When Mira calls, he always is like, oh no, no, you talk to her, you talk to me later, it's okay, but you just finish that first. um, the amount of clarity. So sometimes what happens when you're going through all of, you need somebody to pull you out.
Yeah.
You keep, sometimes you start sinking in the thoughts of what is going to happen,
Yeah.
or what may go wrong, or what how is everything going to turn out. uh, and I've had a hostile, semi quasi hostile kind of separation. This is the long story, which this doesn't merit mentioning here. But yeah, so it was very difficult at certain points of time.
Yeah.
You know, like I've been called names. I've been told that you're never going to be happy in your life, and so on. So when those things happen, it's very difficult for somebody. And I feel a lot. I'm a very
Yeah.
feeling person.
Yeah.
uh, so it becomes very difficult for me to handle. Just the fact that, why does somebody wish bad for me? I
Yeah.
can't wrap my head around it. I'm like, मैंने तो कभी किसी का बुरा नहीं चाहा है. So why is somebody actively wanting me to suffer, or
Hmm.
wanting me to, you know, whatever. So मुझे वो समझ ही नहीं आता था. And that used to impact me a lot. And those things, and then what will happen with Misha? Will I be able to manage the co-parenting thing. We have a very complex custody agreement. So will Misha be able to do it? What if she is not able to? But a lot of stuff. So all of that would not be possible. And while you can discuss this with, somebody who is in that same age group, or and who's also going through the same life stage, so a
Yeah.
mother with a child will give you a different perspective than an office friend who's had a really bad relationship in the past but now has a really good relationship, and can see the pattern and say, what, this is a pattern. This is
Yeah.
what I have also heard. This is what everybody will hear. So don't take this seriously.
Yeah.
Just do what makes you happy. Do what heals you. uh, Girlfriends do that the best.
Yeah.
They just pick you up when you
Yeah.
need it. And also you, like, I have randomly messaged you in the middle of nowhere. I don't think so we are regular text message exchangers also, but again with you I know that you're there.
Hmm.
That I have a non-judgmental person who cares for me and
Hmm.
genuinely cares for me, not just the way people make it. And I think it is just so fortunate to have a handful of people who genuinely wish that you are happy, you are healthy, and who want to spend quality time with you. अगर
Hmm.
उतना मिल गया तो मुझे लगता है भाई बहुत हो गया लाइफ में, मतलब और क्या
Hmm.
चाहिए.
Right.
Just a handful of real true people who care for you and you care for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's your village. That's it.
Yeah. 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 And talking about it, tell me what's one form of support that you wish more mothers talked about or asked for?
Oh, taking care of the kids
Hmm.
together. Uh, you know, I think so. When you have kids of similar ages, and you can help, like you can hang out with the mothers in a certain way, and let the kids also have a kids time. It takes a lot of pressure off you,
Hmm.
and I think that is something which women should actively seek. They
Hmm.
should seek time where they can, because what happens is, if there is very few times, especially if you're a working mom, where you can take time away from work and also take time away from your child and then have that me time.
Yeah.
वो बहुत कम हो जाता है. the the filters are only so much that the time left is very small.
Yeah.
So it is better that you choose to have friends who are, or you make, tell your friends that I can't leave my child behind.
Yeah.
I'll take them and then I'll have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, that help of, can you also become my child's friend?
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
can you also, and can I also become your child's friend? So that, they are also comfortable and you are also comfortable, because that opens up a lot of time for you to uh, just not only do parenting, or just to have some time to yourself,
Yeah.
to with the people, and have some adult mature time,
Yeah.
when you just want to have conversations which are not about your kids or not about your work, or just generally. So I
Yeah.
think if that happens, that's a big thing. I
Yeah.
think women should actively seek that out. And also, of course, outsource as much as possible. I have said this multiple times. Do not feel guilty about outsourcing stuff,
Yeah.
even if it is related to your child. Do not seek perfection. Okay. Please do not seek to be a perfect mother. There is no perfect way of changing a diaper. There is
Hmm.
no perfect way of sending a child to school. There is no perfect way of making a dabba. No, just let go of these things. What matters is when your child wants to talk to you, you are present,
Yeah.
and you're not worried about कल खाने में क्या बनाना है, कल ये क्या करना है. It is okay. It's human. That's fine. But my point is, if that is taking a toll on you, and you can afford to do it, outsource. Don't go on that guilt trip of. So I'll just tell you an incident. One of the times, Misha's in her class, they were talking about some food or something, your favorite food and all of that. And Misha said something. I don't know what the context was, but the conversation ended up around being ki, what does your mom like to cook for you or something like that. My daughter gets up, goes to the middle of the class, and says, "My mom hates cooking. She doesn't go to the kitchen." And then she comes and tells me this, that I told in the class, "Mama, that you hate the kitchen, you don't like to cook." And I was like, "I'm so proud of you that you're so clear on this, because this is absolutely true." I
Yeah.
did ask her that, does it bother you? Like, do
Yeah.
you want Mama to cook something for you? I can. She's like, "No, Mama, it's okay." So,
Hmm.
it became normal for her.
Yeah.
You know, it is just about how much you want to romanticize which aspect of, of that motherhood spectacle which people want to create, right?
Right.
So if you romanticize mother's food, which माँ के हाथ का
माँ
खाना,
के हाथ
मतलब
का
oh
खाना.
my god, yeah, it is just like pages and poetry and songs, everything written about it, which is true. Like I love my mom's food. Okay, it satiates me in probably not in a in which no other food can, probably, I don't know. But does that mean that you're not a good mother, or you can do more, or you're not enough? No, it doesn't.
Hmm.
Simply put, it doesn't.
Hmm.
And I have learned it over the years that I have to let go of these things. So these are the things which mothers should not bother about.
Hmm.
you know um, हाँ ठीक है, मतलब तुम उसको एक चीज बना के खिला दो यार, ये मम्मा का पास्ता है, मम्मा का whatever है, पनीर है, या मम्मा का ये स्पेशल है, उतना भी उसको याद रहेगा, बस है।
Hmm.
मेरी बच्ची को तो वो भी नहीं याद है। Not even going to make it up. But my point is that's about it, right? Like if you want to make a core memory, and the funniest part, Neha, is that I've seen a lot of these Insta things on core memory unlocked,
Hmm.
core memory. Uh, if you look back at your childhood, okay, and we have had decent childhoods, um, the core memories I have are extremely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, I genuinely feel that my mom dad had no intentions of making it my core memory.
Yeah.
So, at some point of time, you have to realize that it is your core memory.
Hmm.
For you, this has become a parenting core memory. It might not be for your child.
Yeah.
For all you know, my child might remember sitting and, taking a plate and a spoon and banging it and something happening.
Yeah.
That might be her core memory.
Yeah.
And you don't know why, because you're not in control of that. So you might think that, you are taking her to, or I am taking her to some really beautiful place, and, she will see it and that will become a core memory for her. For all you know, what she might remember is that, अरे वो कार में ना वो मम्मा वो टेडी बेयर कितना अच्छा था.
Hmm. Hmm.
You don't know what they will remember.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean you stop doing what you want to, but I'm just saying that that pressure should not be on the child. The
Yeah.
child will remember what they want to remember.
Yeah. So now I want to ask you about Mayo. She's been with you long before motherhood. How has she shaped Misha's childhood?
Oh, so when we got Mayo, I was very young. I was 26, 27, 27 maybe. 20. So I was very young. When I got Misha, I was 33. So,
Hmm.
no, actually, I got Mayo when I was 30. 3 years ka
Hmm.
difference. So, uh, it was, I was never a pet parent before.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the first time I had a pet. And, there were these, again, some memories which never leave you, right? When Mayo was 3 days into our house, okay, and Mayo is completely her daddy's girl, okay. Mama is just the spare human for her. So, so, so she is. Once in the night, okay, she was very so tiny, she couldn't jump up the bed. जब छोटी सी
Yeah.
थी ना, तब शिजू
Yeah.
है, छोटी सी है, तो वो ऊपर नहीं आ पाती थी. So once she that said, in the night, I think somebody woke up to go to the washroom or something, and she woke up. She was there only, and then suddenly I hear this noise. Okay, and I was like, "ये क्या अजीब सी आवाज है?" And I wake up and I see that she's choking on something,
Oh.
and she was like 3 days in our house. Okay, and I didn't know what happened. So and I and honestly, Neha, I have never had a pet before, and I don't know what came over me. I just opened her mouth, I put my hand inside, and I took something out. I saw that I could feel something, and I took something out,
Yeah.
and it was sheer instinct.
Yeah.
Okay, it was just instinct, and I just did not know anything before that. But I just, that moment, I knew this is what I have to do. And I took out like three small plastic. covers which you have on those bed. So वो
Yeah,
बेड
yeah,
के
yeah.
पास सोती थी ना, तो उसको ऐसे स्क्रैप करती रहती थी, उसको
Oh.
कुछ कर, तो वो निकल गया, तो उसने चबा लिया उसको, वो भी छोटी थी, उसको भी अकल नहीं, तो उसने चबा लिया, चबाते चबाते छोटी सी थी तो गले में अटक गया. So, but that was the moment I realized, okay, no, this is like a baby to me now. I remember the first time she fell sick. Okay, she ate something, or I don't know what happened. We changed the meal or something happened, and I think she was having tummy pain or something. She couldn't. How will she
Yeah,
express, right?
yeah.
Oh God! And she was like, ऐसे वो ऐसे करके she came and she sat in my lap
Hmm.
for the first time, in spite of him being there, and I was like, oh my god, what just happened? And the moment she was like literally crying, almost like, mama
Yeah.
dukh raha hai. I could understand that she's saying mama dukh raha hai. And I just started weeping. I was like, please yaar, isko vet ke paas leke chalte hain, isko kuch to ho raha hai. And
Yeah.
then we took her to the vet, and so it happened. And she made me so empathetic, so
Hmm.
empathetic. I think I'm not a not like psychopath or anything like that. I was always empathetic, but love for animals, and seeing the suffering of animals, it comes it doesn't come to everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen people being so insensitive about it, and it pains my heart so much. In fact, I always keep saying that every household should have a pet,
Hmm.
any animal, and the world would be so much better place.
Yeah.
You just improve as a human being when
Hmm.
you start also looking beyond your own self,
Yeah.
literally beyond your own ass, and you're like, oh, they feel stuff, they express stuff. So Mayo shaped in my entirety of you know keeping, like I said, that the first thing of keeping yourself uh, away from stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you first think about somebody else and then you
Yeah.
think about yourself. Mia was
Yeah.
the first one to do that,
Hmm.
and who the joy she brought. They keep showing videos of, when you open the door and your dogs come running to greet you.
Yeah.
uh, you feel so much joy when you see it. So
Yeah.
imagine when it is happening to you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you are like, and I always remember that quote which says, be the person your dog thinks you are.
Yeah.
And it's just that, they don't know what kind of a person you are. They just love you so non-judgmentally, right?
Yeah.
Just so purely. So I think all of that shaped me. And when I had Misha, my only thing was, that children who grow up with animals, and I believe this with all my heart, are better human beings. I'm not saying better than somebody, but they are better than what they would have been without a
Yeah.
pet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely feel that they grew up much more wholesome. They have a different, they have eyes which see stuff which a lot of people miss.
Yeah.
And you need more people who who see the world as not being their own territory,
Yeah.
or so. And in this case also, Misha's father also is like that. He, like I said, Mayo is completely daddy's daughter, so to say. So both of us were very clear that we want her to get along with Mayo, and Mayo to get along with her. It took time. They were very siblingy in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Mayo was quite depressed when Misha came and she took away all the attention. So it took like a good 4 5 months for her to feel ki, okay, fine, I'll manage with this. And now you see them, if we are away from the house for a couple of days, like when we travel, Mio doesn't travel with us, for example. Wherever she's staying, whether she's staying with my mom or whether she's staying with her dad's mom and all. When we call Misha, the first thing she will say is like, "Mama, where is Mio? I want to see Mio."
Yeah.
And when she sees Mio, you can see her face like, "Oh my baby Mio, how are you?" Aisa. You can see that. And when Misha comes back from school, oh my God, the way this girl jumps on her, you
Yeah.
know, and अब वो धीरे धीरे उसको उठाने लगी है. So there is a progression in their relationship also.
Yeah.
Now Misha can actually pick Mayo up.
Yeah.
पहले वो उठा नहीं पाती थी, अब वो उठा सकती है. तो she also feels this, when you can pick your child up like that, you feel, oh my God, this is mine, this is
Yeah.
my yeah. She started feeling that because she can then pick her up and she's like, oh, squishy and all of that. Yeah, and she bit her twice. ऐसा नहीं है, मतलब ऐसा accidents होते हैं, but हाँ, so we took it as accident कि
Yeah.
हाँ, मतलब you have a dog and a child, कुछ ना कुछ होता है कभी कभी.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so they're fine. I don't know whether that was the answer, but yeah.
And now tell me about when you look at who you were before becoming a mother and who you are today. What is the biggest emotional shift you noticed in yourself?
I think my strength has grown multiple times. The my resilience has grown multifold uh, towards everything, and also joy. I
Hmm.
genuinely feel that yeah, that. And oh yeah, there is one more word which is, I always bundle it up with motherhood. It's guilt.
Mhm.
That has I never felt I would feel guilty about these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, इसके लिए मुझे क्यों guilty हो रहा है यार, मतलब हद ही हो गई है तो. So so yeah, that those are the emotional shifts. I've never felt so happy. I've never felt so strong. I've never felt that, bring it on, मैं देख लूंगी. Uh,
Hmm.
but I've also never felt so fearful and guilty
Yeah. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
about everything else in the world. Now, before it was only me, right? Like, agar mujhe kuch ho jata hai, to it's not so much of a problem. The fear of even something remotely happening to your child is way more scary
Yeah.
than something happening to you. You
Yeah.
know, that is a big change I see in myself, and that relates to the world also. Like, I keep thinking about, like, what is the kind of world we are going to leave them. You know, so I think I have become much more aware of my surroundings and everything after her also.
Yeah. Yeah.
I now genuinely feel responsible ki there is somebody who's going to be after me, who I deeply care about, and that has opened me up to so many other things, saying ki, oh, before you were ignoring the other things, but now because you have a stake, literally,
Yeah.
like, you have a stake in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And you've
yeah, that.
spoken about guilt being a part of your journey. So, what form has guilt taken in your life and how you hold it now?
uh, the biggest guilt trip which I constantly go on is, I chose uh, a difficult path.
Yeah.
Uh, and while it might be difficult for me, I don't know whether uh, it's a choice which I de facto made for her also.
Right.
So that is something which I sometimes feel कि मैंने सही किया क्या, कुछ और कर सकती थी क्या, जबकि मुझे पता है कि मैं सही गलत की बात नहीं है इसमें, बट मुझे पता है कि दिस इज व्हाट इज सस्टेनिंग फॉर मी, यू
Hmm.
नो बट so I'm very confident about my decision. I
Hmm.
just am sometimes guilty about what impact it is going to have on her life.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
feel slightly this about it. um, yeah, that's what probably keeps me up in terms of guilt, and also the fact that, I've always wanted to be an honest, very honest parent, and
Hmm.
she's still too young for me to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel, sometimes guilty that, uh, I have to make up stuff for her
Yeah.
फॉर द टाइम बीइंग. वो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है, बट मुझे ये भी पता है कि इट्स शी इज टू यंग राइट नाउ. So I keep struggling between when is the right time, how should I do it, what will I say, all of that.
Yeah.
So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि in the thing of me choosing how I am happy, I just hope that uh, she doesn't struggle too much.
Mm.
I
Mm.
also so this is what I think when I'm feeling very guilty. Then then obviously I have friends who will tell me, who will pull me up and who will say that मतलब ठीक है यार, मतलब कुछ ना कुछ तो उसको लाइफ में स्ट्रगल होना ही था ना, ऐसा थोड़ी
Mm.
ना है, मे बी इट्स ओके. एंड एज लॉन्ग एज I've also understood that separately I think we both are better parents,
Yeah.
and we both are also able to give her more attention, more love, without uh, without anything holding us back,
Yeah.
and also without any bitterness in a certain way,
Yeah.
uh, and intention in the air. So
Yeah.
I have also realized, that while outwardly we never used to fight or something in front of her, she could sense it.
Yeah.
She could sense it, and so much so that once when we were going together, okay, and we were actually going for some counseling or something together, she looked up and she was like, what, 6.5, I don't know, sometime around that, I don't know when. She looked up and she actually said, where are you both going together?
Hmm.
So she had never seen us go out together so much. If we
Yeah.
are going together, she is with us.
Yeah.
Just the two of us going out together is like something which was like, she was so awesome. She's like, where are you two going together?
Yeah.
इसको देखो, यहाँ हमारी
Yeah.
वैसे ही बुआ जी बनी बैठी है यहाँ. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so guilt is a constant companion, Neha,
Yeah.
and the trick is to manage it.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think so it ever goes away. Uh, but then I have met so many other mothers, and the reason I'm saying is that people are guilty about mothers feel guilty about so many things. For me,
And
it is this.
anything. And
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, anything actually. So in the pecking order of things, this is what bothers me. But there are mothers who are giving children so much of themselves, and in spite of that, they keep feeling, am I doing enough?
Yeah.
Should I be doing more? कहीं इसको ये so it is a never ending thing.
Yeah.
This guilt of am I doing enough, and is this good enough for my child, or does my child need more? uh, it's usually never ending.
Yeah.
It can take a different shape for different people, but
Hmm.
it's always there.
Yeah.
So like I said, you have to just learn to manage it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the
And
older you grow and the older your kids grow, the better it becomes.
yeah. 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 Hopefully. I can say hopefully for me.
No, that is the thing. Hopefully is the key word. Hope. But,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God, because kids are just so, and so my partner keeps telling me this thing. He's much more evolved in that sense from me. He keeps telling me this thing that kids are not going to need us so much,
Hmm.
and we have to be prepared for them not needing us
Yeah.
much, and
Yeah.
also us being there when they actually need us.
Yeah.
That is the key thing. We have to
Yeah.
be there when they need us. It's not
Yeah.
about them being there when we need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parenting is so convoluted in a certain way. Now you never the lines between you and your child blur very early on. So,
Hmm.
so while we talk about drawing boundaries with everyone, it is very important for us to enable our child to draw boundaries with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And that hurts.
That hurts. Oh my God, it hurts so much. It's like somebody put a dagger on your heart.
Yeah.
But then you have to, and I think that is the tough part.
Yeah.
That is the toughest part of motherhood or parenting is to
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
let go in a measured fashion in which they feel safe also. They feel that you are there for them also, but at the same time they get to become themselves
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I sometimes just wonder how beautifully our parents did it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's when my like respect for them shoots up, like, and I'm like, whoa, they managed it. I don't know how, but they did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, we are fully developed human beings, so to say. Of course, we have our faults, everything. But that's also part of being human, right? But we still
Yeah.
have our POV,
Yeah.
which is what is more important.
Yeah. Yeah. And is there
Yeah.
something you forgive yourself for more easily than earlier?
Hmm. No, forgiveness is something I'm still learning. It's still tough for me. Um, but I try. So it still doesn't come very naturally to me. I have to really work on it. I I I I get angry at when and indignant about a lot of things, especially when it comes to this entire situation. Uh, you know, I was reading this really beautiful post the other day, which was about. I think you had shared it. Yeah? No, I don't remember. Which was about. Do you uh, do you hold on to that suffering because that is the only proof that it happened?
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know and so letting go of that makes you feel that nobody is then going to know that this happened, but this happened and somebody has to be held responsible for it. So I think the toughest part is going to be about me forgiving my own self,
Yeah.
uh, 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 on on the choices I made in the
Hmm.
past. So few of them I have, for example, how all of this transpired and all. But a couple of them I still think I should have done it sooner, or I should have not put up with certain things, or I should still, for example, fight a bit more or be a little more, whatever. So, but yeah, so forgiveness is something which I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Not there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you feel motherhood changed the way you look at doing enough? And has your definition of enough shifted over time?
Yeah, it has. It has. So I also see that. So earlier it used, like I said, just how much time you spend with your child is not a measure of how much connection you establish with your child.
Hmm.
Connections happen in moments when when you are open, when you are present, and when you are vulnerable. uh, in different ways. It could be all together in different places, whatever. But so one of the things which Misha early on started articulating is, Mama, why are you looking at your phone? Because I used to come home
Hmm.
and I used to be still either texting, messaging. It still happens to me. Like sometimes she's still very angry at me. Saying, Mama, why are you looking at your phone? I'm talking to you. So couple of times I have to tell her that, Misha, I am listening to you. I'm looking at this, but then I also realize that I have 2.5, 3 hours before she goes to bed. Okay,
Hmm.
what in the earth is going to happen, on my phone, which is more important than these 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I consciously started, disconnecting with the world till the time she goes to bed.
Yeah.
And I have now told her this, that I'll put it on her DND, and I will. So she knows the word DND. Now she'll be like, Mama, put your phone on DND. Don't look at it. So and uh, yeah, and the definition of enough also has changed in terms of material things.
Hmm.
Since I started living separately, I have also realized that I want to, like, there is an approach to life you have, right? There is an approach to buying things which you have. My approach is different from his. uh, I There is a lot of things which I still do, but somewhere I want her to understand that this much is enough.
Yeah.
If you have a home above your head, if you have people who love you, if you have the basic stuff you need, and you have a little bit of luxury, like you don't have to think twice about something you want to buy, which is of course reasonable. So I have started telling, I've started denying her stuff,
Hmm.
for example, to just make her feel that, if you don't have it, you feel momentarily sad, but then it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like you are going to, your world is going to shatter if you don't have this Lego kit right now.
Hmm.
ऐसा कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं होने वाला है. मतलब it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So So I think that definition has changed for me also. So enough
Mm.
in all sense, in terms of material things, in terms of people also.
Yeah.
I, conversations around social battery were very alien to me. I've been an extrovert since I was in college, but now I genuinely get tired.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be with the people I want to be with.
Welcome to this side, Gargi.
Totally. So I have times when there is a large group of people who's going out and I'm like नहीं हो पाएगा. मुझे मेरे वो 6-7 लोग दे दो जो जिनके साथ मैं बात कर सकती हूँ, जिनके
Yeah.
साथ मैं जेन्युइनली, और मैं कुछ भी ना करूँ तो भी चले.
Yeah.
You know, that for me is now become the test of emotional connection also. That you
Yeah.
could sit together in silence, in peace, or you could just, or you could share anything, both ways.
Mm. Yeah.
It, it is just the moment is just there,
Yeah.
and all of you are comfortable in that moment is has become my test for. And I have realized that has shrunk my social circle for some ways, and I'm okay with it.
Mm. Yeah.
uh, as a parent, as a mother, I'm also now okay with being disliked, which was
Mm.
very difficult for me earlier.
Yeah.
I think that came in very strongly as a mother. Actually, that is one of the other shifts which has happened.
Mm.
I don't mind being disliked anymore. I'm
Mm.
like, "Haan, yeah, no." And this has happened over a time because of the calls I have taken about her. Or,
Right.
it started off with that because that is the line I drew at that time. This is not happening. Now, if you want to dislike me for this, you can. You might
Mm.
as well. I don't care.
Mm.
It
Mm.
started off with that, which like I said, has slowly flown down into me as a general person also, not
Yeah.
only as a.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that comfort of okay, fine, and also come with age. I turned 40 this year. I have been waiting to turn 40. I'm one of those people who loves getting older.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel that you can just go around telling people, ki, excuse me,
Huh.
I'm 40. You don't tell me what I want to do with my life anymore.
Yeah.
मतलब बस बस करो यार, मतलब आई एम मिडवे थ्रू माय लाइफ, लाइक और कितना ज्ञान दोगे मुझे, नहीं सुनना. Let me just be.
Yeah.
So that has also happened. So yeah, I have a very clear definition of what enough means for me. It just means a place where I have people whom I love, in a comfortable situation which I can manage. Everybody is healthy. Health has become very big for me.
Yep.
So enough may health was not featuring earlier when I was young, but age and all do this for you. Motherhood also in a certain way. You want to be healthy for your child.
Yeah.
You want to be present. You want to be there when they do college, they do this. You don't want to be, you want to hike with them, you want to play with them, you want to do a lot of stuff with them. For that, you have to be healthy.
Yeah.
So, health has become a big thing.
Yeah.
So, for me, enough is now just about being healthy mentally, physically, being with the people whom you really genuinely like, love, connecting with them regularly, being there for them, and having a comfortable life, not
Yeah.
extravagance. That all doesn't mean so much to me now. And
Yeah.
also, yeah, having something to do, a purpose. So
Yeah.
currently it's career. It could be something else later on, but having a purpose.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And tell me about pride now. Alongside, you talked so much about guilt, but alongside guilt, there's also pride in your child, in yourself, in the small and big things that make this whole journey worth it. What makes you proud today?
Oh, the same thing which makes me guilty actually makes me feel proud also. That I took a very so it's a decision which you take and then you realize, oh my God, it's so difficult to follow through.
Yeah.
It's difficult to take, and then it's even more difficult to follow through,
Yeah.
because every moment of time there the world is telling you it's a better thing to do, to be there for your child, or try and make it happen, try and make it work, do this, do that. So yeah, I'm extremely how do I say, I'm not extremely, but I am proud of myself for um, coming out on the other side alive
Yeah.
and, and kicking in some certain way. So yeah, that I'm proud of. I'm extremely proud of my both my daughters for just the beautiful people that they are.
Hmm.
Both of them, they're just so good. So the only thing I hope they turn out to be is one of them is a very good dog, so I won't say it's a very good dog. She's a good girl. The other one, I just hope she turns out to be a kind and good human being, an empathetic human being who can see beyond herself and still be healthy and
Yeah.
still be
Yeah. Yeah.
and happy. That's all I want for her. And I
Yeah.
can see that she's doing it in whatever way she is. I don't need anything to be proud of her, honestly. I'm just proud of her being there and
Yeah.
existing,
Yeah.
outside of me. And just that. I'm just proud of her. That's
Yeah.
all. I don't need anything. I have told this to her also that I don't need anything to love you. I don't need anything to be proud of you. Just the fact that you are there is
Yeah.
enough for me to be head over heels in love with you forever and to be proud of you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And what is something she says, Misha, or she says or does that stops you and you think, wow, she's really growing up?
Oh, there are some funny things also which she says. Like,
Yeah.
the other day she came home from school and she was like, "Ma, uh, you know, we were we were, I think, surfing through Netflix or something because खाने के time पे उसको कुछ देखना था or something, and she suddenly saw K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay,
Hmm.
I did not even know about it. Okay, and she's 7.5. Uh, she looked at it and said, Mama, this K-pop Demon Hunters, no, I want to see. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what? She's like, no, Mama, this thing, no. My friends, they keep discussing about it. I was like, they discuss K-pop Demon Hunters? She's like, yeah. And, I was like, what is it about, Misha? Do you know? She's like, I don't know. It's got some songs, and there are these girls who keep singing these songs. And, there's this song called Soda Pop, Soda Pop. That's all I know. So I was like, okay, wait, let Mama just find out about this, then we will decide. Okay. She's like, okay. Then I said, we'll watch it together. She's like, okay, whatever. Then I was just reading up. I was like, hey, kya ye cheez? Realized it's a global sensation and it's for tweens. I was like, my daughter is 7.5. Why is she watching? How did she even come to know about it? But then we watched it together. It was actually a fun movie, and now she knows the songs of that movie, and then she sings those songs with her friends. And I'm like, okay, then we're growing up fast.
Yeah.
And the other day she told me something which was, I think, very perceptive. We were watching some movie, something on, and she told me, Mama, Hindi movies are all the same. I said, why? So it's like, what? It is only about this boy who likes a girl, and then there is some problem which happens, and then the problem gets okay, and then they're happy. That's all. All Hindi movies are about. And I'm like, okay, then. and uh, and she really said. I mean, she really could figure it out herself, and she's not
Yeah.
watched Hindi movies. Okay, like she hasn't seen much of Hindi movies.
Yeah.
But she does realize it, and so then and but there are certain, and then there are things which, so when she's watching something or when she's doing something, sometimes she tears up,
Oh.
and she is already embarrassed about it. So she'll tell me like, "Mama, आँख में कुछ गया है." And I'm like, हाँ बेटा, मैं तो कल ही पैदा हुई हूँ. I'm like, ittu si hai tu. Mama, and but those are the moments I also realized how stupid we were when we used to think we used to, game our moms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, you don't game your moms, basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there are times like that, and so the way she has like the way we have told her about all of these things, that you have two houses, um, and we told her school that we are living in different houses or whatever, and so in case Misha says this, then just be okay with it and whatever. So her teacher told us that no, she's already told us about it. She
Hmm.
told us that sometimes it's going to be my nani who's going to come to pick me up. Sometimes it's going to be my dadu who's going to come to pick me up, and I live in 2 different houses. And she already told them that.
Wow.
Sometimes I try to gauge from her whether she's okay with the arrangement, whether there is something which she wants to tell us. Um, but so she does have some, like a normal human being. There are some times when she's tired of it, or sometimes she doesn't like it. But most of the time she's okay.
Yep.
Or she started she started taking, like, she takes advantage of it also sometimes very
Yeah.
smart. So yeah, so those are the times when I see what I have signed up for in the
Yeah.
future,
Yeah. Yeah.
when she will definitely use this
Yeah.
to her advantage.
Yeah.
She's very smart. Kids are very smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And she doesn't do, like, she, to her credit, sweet child, she doesn't do it like, something happened, and we went to buy a dress, Diwali dress or something, and she liked two of them, and I told her ki Misha abhi nahi lete hain, we'll see more, right? So she said okay, and she was not very convinced and all, but she said okay, whatever. Then we came home, and the time when she was with her dad, she went and bought those two dresses.
Mm,
And
yeah.
she already told me. I was like, are these the same two? She's like, yeah. You said you don't want to, so I went with pa. I don't want it.
Yeah.
You go, girl. Get it.
Yeah.
Do what it takes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
ऐसा है.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, she surprised us with her resilience. But so this is another fear I have, that some point of time she's going to ask me those tough questions.
yeah.
And my biggest fear in life is that what if she decides it was not good enough? That I should have either tried more or done more, or whatever.
It's not her call.
Yeah, it's not her call, but as a mother, it will still hurt.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
It's not about that. So I know that what decision I took is what I could have at that point of time. Uh, but honestly, me expecting her to be okay with it is also wrong. She
Hmm.
needn't be okay with it when she grows up. But her being okay or not okay, will it impact me? Yes, it will.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
I can't decide that.
I think that's what makes it complicated, right?
Yeah.
That's yeah. 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 Yeah.
So that's like, will I feel hurt if she says, "Mama, you should have done this for me," or "How could you do this?" Of course, I'll feel hurt. But this "How could you do this" could happen for anything else. That is also something which I
Yeah.
have now. It could be any damn thing. Like, how could you just, leave me and go for work, or how could you not do this for me, or how could you do? How could you could be anything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
true. That's true. Yeah.
so yeah, but this is always going to be there as a parent, right? The child holds the maximum strength to bring you joy and to bring you despair
Yeah. Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
certain way.
Yeah.
Uh, so, but yeah, that is it. You are in it. You are in it for long. I was
Yeah.
telling somebody there is no control Z in
Yeah.
parenting. There is just no control Z. Once you are in, you are just in.
Yeah. Yeah. And tell me about little rituals or routines the two of you have built together that you treasure dearly, Misha and you.
Um, so I have slowly started traveling with her,
Hmm.
a little places. So this Diwali, we went to my sister's place. My sister has been one big, huge support system for me. Again, not always like constantly on call or chat, but I know, and she's my elder sister. So this time when I went to her and I stayed at her place, I think she could also feel it. Misha could also feel it, that Mama has somebody other than Nani who is
Hmm.
like taking care of her in a certain, like how a big sister does to you. I never, because I don't have an elder sister, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
To just have an elder sibling whom you can just go and crash
Yeah.
in front of, right? Friends do it, but trust me, could feel it. I could feel something this time.
Yeah.
So she traveled with me, and this the first time she told me this time that Mama, I want to. So we were playing Would You Rather.
Hmm.
She was playing it in school. तो उसके स्कूल से I was like, अरे वाह तुम लोग ये भी खेलते हो, चलो हम भी
Hmm.
करेंगे. So I asked her that, would you rather buy something really nice, or something really this, or go on a trip
Hmm.
and with mama. And she said go on a trip.
Hmm.
So I want to try and build that thing in her, that where I we both go and see a new place together, experience something together. So
Yeah.
that is something which I am starting to build. Reading has been our thing from the time when she was probably a few months old, when I used to take her in my lap and I used to read to her.
Hmm.
I still read to her. So the moment she gets a new book, now she reads it herself, but then she gives it to me saying, Mama, please read.
Oh.
Then she will lie in against me, and then we will read it
Wow.
together. And
Wow.
then when she did not know the word modulation, voice
Hmm.
modulation, she used to tell me, Mama, why are you reading like this? Please read in a music manner. I said, okay, fine. And but I think that is something which we both treasure a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just reading, going into a world of stories together, and content is also something we watch stuff together where we connect. Like I show things which I have enjoyed, or I. It's very difficult to find stuff actually which we can watch together. But okay, whatever, we do
Yeah.
that. Um, so yeah, those are the things. So reading, bit of traveling now slowly, which I'm
Yeah.
trying to build, and I think generally listening to music is
Hmm.
another thing which we both, um, you know, which I like to do myself. So I also have started. So now she has a choice. Like I
Hmm.
ask her, "Do you want to listen to this? Do you want to listen to this?" So she says things like, "No, I want to listen to English songs." So then
Hmm.
I play some English songs which she knows. Then she grooves. She loves dancing, so
Nice.
that is something. So we don't yet dance together so much, but she knows that I enjoy seeing her dance, and I also enjoy dancing.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping that somewhere we will probably have that thing कि हाँ चलो साथ में कुछ करते हैं. Maybe we'll never dance together. I think she's too embarrassed to dance with me. She's like, I don't know. Already. She's like, no, you don't dance. I'll dance. And friendship. Uh, I think over a period of time, Misha has realized I have friends.
Hmm.
Whether it's her Meera auntie, or her Prerna Masi, or her Zoya Masi, or her Mansi Masi, or her Pinku Masi, or her Shipra Masi, all of these people, I consciously try and talk to her about them,
Yeah.
about what they are doing, about bringing them alive as people.
Yes.
And also that I interact with them, and I like interacting with them.
Hmm.
I so I think that also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is something my friend. So I'm hoping that so her friend also gets along with me, which I'm like extremely proud of. That's one more thing I'm proud of. That her best friend gets along with me. Like,
Wow. Well, we used to do that with our friends' mothers, that, I get
yeah,
along with auntie, I get along with
yeah,
auntie.
it's such a
Yeah.
cool thing. Like,
Yeah.
her friend, so I have a nickname for her friend. And apparently, I'm the only one who calls her that. So that day, she told me that, why do you call me this, auntie? And I was like, I just like to call you that. She's like, okay, but I don't let anybody else call me this. I was like, thank you. So, yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, her best friend's mom is also somebody who is like been good support system. We both are there for each other. So
Yeah.
yeah, there is a whole village which I constantly rely on.
Yeah.
Um, and oh my God, there's my partner who I who bears the brunt of all the
Yeah.
all
And still shows up.
still shows up and doesn't only show up, actually makes me feel that I actually like you, like
Yeah.
I still like you. It's not that I'm just putting up with you, or it's not that. It's I genuinely still like your company.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god, the amount of things it does for your confidence and generally
Yeah.
the well-being,
Yeah.
that's immense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And tell me, Gargi, what's something you're deeply grateful for in your motherhood journey? Something that you didn't expect to be grateful for?
didn't expect to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm grateful for everything. My mom, though I did expect, but I did not expect this much. You
Hmm.
know, my mom, dad, even for that matter, his parents, just the grandparents. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I could have survived the initial 2, 3 years when I was working and the child was very young without the grandparents. So
Hmm.
I am hugely grateful for their support. Um, I'm hugely grateful for my friends, who told me at the right time. There is this friend of mine, Devika, who I remember distinctly told me that छुट्टी खत्म होते ही ना ऑफिस ज्वाइन कर लेना
Hmm.
ना ठीक है कर लेना. And I think it came from a place of experience. It also came from a place of understanding of how I am.
Yeah.
That if I would have stayed back, I would have just stayed back for a longer time.
Yeah.
And considering that I wanted to work, no,
Hmm.
it's not about, it's just a personal choice. Considering that I have
Yeah.
wanted to work, and work means a lot to me, it was solid advice. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to her that she told me this, you
Yeah.
know. Then um, I'm just grateful for her, honestly. Just and I'm so grateful that she is a healthy uh, child, in a way that I don't want anything else. Just the fact I look at parents who have children who need care.
Yeah.
It is, it's not about anything else. It's just about the toll it takes on them. It's so, the thing the person you love the most in your life, okay, probably the most in your life, to see that person suffer is
Hmm.
is very tough. So I'm just deeply grateful about that. That, um, she is what she is.
Yeah.
Whatever she is there. You know, I'm very grateful for that. That I didn't. Matlab, when you are just going to become a parent, you have all these fancy things of I will do this for my child, and my child will be like, कुछ कुछ तो होता है दिमाग में.
Yeah.
And then when the child is born and you're like, oh, nothing is in my control.
Yeah.
you know Nothing at all is going to ever be in my control. I have to just
Yeah.
manage
Yeah.
being a parent. So that is something something I'm very grateful of. The things which were not in my control turned out to be decent.
Yeah. 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 And
Yeah.
Gargi, we are coming to an end with this
Yes.
conversation. I have two last questions to ask you. First one, if you could sit across your pre-parent self, that younger version of you, what would you tell her today?
Mm, hold on to those little moments. They grow up very fast, very, very fast. You know, and you are doing the best you can. Never doubt yourself.
Hmm.
You're doing whatever you can for the child. You'll just be there. You're doing fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. And for my last question to you today, if you had to share one final insight with our listeners, something that feels like it carries your truth, what would it be?
You can't be a perfect mother. Don't try to be a perfect mother. Just be a present mother and love your child with all your heart and soul, and trust and hope that things will be fine.
Wow.
And be yourself. Don't lose yourself. Your child needs a mother, but your child needs a mother who is a person and not just a shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. I am going to take that back with me. Thank you. Thank you for speaking with such clarity and courage and for sharing the soft parts and strong parts. Thank you.
I'm sorry I ramble a lot, but
That's
this
okay.
is how.
We love that. When I don't have to ask you questions and you answer them without me asking you questions, that's the best kind of conversation.
Is this an episode where you have spoken the least? I'm sorry.
No, no. There have been episodes where I haven't asked a single question. Can you believe that?
Ooh. So I'm not. There is somebody with me. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Neha, for just speaking to me. I think this also. I don't know how to say it, but this makes gives me also a lot of clarity.
Hmm.
And probably a few years down the line, when I look back and listen to this, I will also know what person I was here in this part of my this juncture of my journey. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Honestly,
Thank you. Thank you. And to everyone listening, thank you for being here today. If this episode resonated with you, if you felt seen or understood or comforted in any way, please share it with someone who might need it too. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps Parenthood reach more parents who are quietly searching for a space like this. I'm Neha, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care. Bye bye.